When you picture dolphins, you likely see friendly, intelligent creatures playing in the waves, symbols of peace and harmony in the marine world. But what if I told you that these beloved animals have a dark and fearsome history? Millions of years ago, dolphins were not the gentle giants we adore today. They were formidable predators, rulers of the ancient seas, armed with razor-sharp teeth and an insatiable hunger. Discover the incredible transformation from fearsome hunters to the gentle creatures we love today. Welcome to dolphins used to be absolutely terrifying. Dolphins, animals we all adore, are not only remarkable creatures, but have developed incredible traits allowing them to dominate oceans globally, with over 40 known species. They are cute, cuddly, highly intelligent, and generally wholesome, right? Well, not exactly. Many dolphins have a darker side and have been observed engaging in some rather questionable behaviors. For example, they are known to practice infanticide, harass their own kind, eat pufferfish to get high, kidnap other dolphins, and even kill seemingly for fun. This may come as a surprise to some, yet let's not forget about the notorious animal that everyone agrees is quite intimidating, the killer whale, which is also a dolphin. It has built a fierce reputation over the years with its antics, including killing other dolphins and sinking ships. However, even the killer whale is unlikely to significantly raise your thalassophobia levels, since they don't look as nightmarish as some other sea creatures like sharks and giant squids. Nonetheless, once upon a time, before humans, lions, or even the Sahara existed, dolphins were indeed terrifying. One of the most fearsome among them was undoubtedly the Kiara. Chances are you've never heard of this creature, but its existence has been known to science for almost 140 years. At the time of its discovery, the true nature of this prehistoric killing machine was unknown, as the holotype consisted only of a partial snout found in South Carolina. Not much to go on. Furthermore, the person who discovered and described it was not a paleontologist, but a zoologist who couldn't decide exactly what this new animal was. He simply classified it as a new species of squalodon, an extinct genus of whale from the Oligocene and Miocene epochs, which was often used as a catch-all category for uncertain discoveries. This misclassification stuck for an excruciatingly long time, leading to confusion about the true identity of Kiara. It wasn't until 2020 that the situation changed, when a nearly complete skeleton of a large toothed whale was found in the same area as the initial discovery. This new specimen had a snout that perfectly matched the originals, yet the body clearly did not belong to a squalodon. This led researchers to realize that the zoologist all those years ago had unknowingly discovered a brand new dolphin species, which they promptly renamed to Kiara. Despite the realization that Kiara had been misclassified, it hadn't been significantly misjudged, as it still belonged to the cetacean order and, more importantly, to the Parvorda odontoceti, also known as the toothed whales. This group includes oceanic dolphins, river dolphins, porpoises, sperm whales, and nearly any other whale species with teeth. Its morphology revealed it to be a primitive member of this group, primarily because of its hands and fingers located within their pectoral fins, which were proportionately longer than those of other species. This primitiveness was a significant discovery, as it positioned Kiara as a transitional form between basilosaurids and modern dolphins in terms of evolution. But what truly stood out was its exceptional size. In fact, adult Kiara were the largest toothed whales known from the entire Oligocene epoch, with adults measuring 4.8 meters or 16 feet in length, comparable to the larger specimens of great white sharks. Hold your breath though, because Kiara likely grew even bigger, considering paleontologists are only aware of a few adult specimens. Additionally, dolphins and whales typically exhibit significant size variation among individuals, with giant bottlenose dolphins, for instance, sometimes being up to 3 times larger than the average individual. Nonetheless, 16 feet or 4.8 meters is no small feat, especially for an animal with one of the most bizarre mouths ever seen in the animal kingdom. Kiara. The name suggests that it had fused roots with extremely deep-seated teeth that were large, sharp, conical, and covered in thick layers of cementum, making them ideal weapons for grasping and piercing. This piercing power was multiplied by the presence of elongated longitudinal ridges. Bites could slide deeper into flesh than usual, And if you couldn't tell by now, the teeth also had a rather horrifying angle, protruding from the mouth in all directions, particularly at the front of the skull where they resembled spearheads. This peculiar position has puzzled many, raising the question of how Kiara could have benefited from teeth that weren't even in its mouth. The answer, it turns out, is that these frontal teeth were not for biting prey but for ramming them. With its sleek, agile build, Kiara could have easily generated enough momentum to cause catastrophic damage with its forward-facing teeth. Paleontologists believe it used this unconventional method similarly to how orcas use their ramming abilities to dispatch larger targets. Additionally, Kiara may have employed this weapon in fights with other individuals, such as for mating rights or territory disputes. Pretty hardcore, to say the least. Yet this prehistoric dolphin didn't stop at just that. Equipped with a lethal built-in battering ram, because that's clearly not sufficient, Kiara also boasted spear-like teeth and a skull unlike anything seen in other toothed whales, granting it a formidable bite. Firstly, its skull was constructed with robust bones, proportionally giant, making up 20% of its entire body length and relatively wide. However, the real game changer was the size of its temporal fossa, the depressions on both sides of the skull, which accounted for 25% of the skull's total length, forming the largest temporal fossa of any known toothed whale. This is significant because the size of the temporal fossa has been strongly linked to bite force, as it serves as an attachment point for large muscles. Coupled with its thick teeth, this further affirmed its capability of delivering a ferocious bite that could have rivaled even that of extinct macro-predatory species. Whales like the Basilosaurus or Zygorrhiza aside, Kiara possessed a unique neck that further amplified its predatory prowess. Exceptionally flexible, it enabled Kiara to maneuver with ease, targeting vulnerable parts of its prey and maintaining a firm grip during intense struggles without relinquishing its hold while delivering powerful bites. Fossil remains corroborate this notion, portraying a gruesome scene when Kiara sunk its teeth into its prey. Its teeth exhibit some of the most severe damage documented in science, indicative of forceful impacts with flesh, muscle, and solid bone. Such evidence underscores the sheer ferocity of Kiara hunting tactics. The combination of its formidable bite, along with the capability to ram and presumably swim swiftly due to its sleek build, presented a chilling portrayal of a super predator. Paleontologists speculate that Kiara likely occupied the ecological niche akin to that of an orca, functioning as a top predator virtually unchallenged within its environment. Additionally, it would have been the first large-toothed whale known to target and consume large prey items, a significant evolutionary adaptation. Taking on a mix of prey, including turtles, sharks, large fish, marine crocs, sirenians, rays, and potentially even other cetaceans, Kiara was believed to utilize its ramming capabilities when hunting. However, its effectiveness was also enhanced by its social structure. Like most modern dolphins, Kiara likely lived in pods or fluid fusion fission societies, characterized by small, constantly changing groups. As a cohesive unit, Kiara and its companions would have been a force to be reckoned with, inspiring both awe and fear in their environment. Kiara intriguingly favored a relatively small and modest habitat, with fossils primarily found in South Carolina. During the Oligocene, this region was partly submerged by shallow, warm waters. Despite its confined range, Kiara coexisted with a diverse array of life forms, many of which likely served as prey. This included prehistoric seals, devil rays, stingrays, cownose rays, wedgefish, sea turtles, an abundance of bony fish, marine crocodiles, and over 10 species of sharks, such as nurse sharks, requiem sharks, hammerheads, and thresher sharks, among others. Amidst this shark-rich environment, South Carolina was also home to various dolphins and whales besides Kiara, like the Coronadioris, Albertoccetus, and Argus. However, despite their toothy attributes, these creatures paled in comparison to Kiara, which not only was the largest but also possessed the most powerful bite. As the biggest animal in its habitat, adults of Kiara were nearly unstoppable forces, making South Carolina one of the rare places where encountering the most formidable creature meant encountering a dolphin. Thus, it remained a dolphin-dominated area for quite some time. During its time, NORZ existed for over 6 million years, specifically between 29 and 23 million years ago. Unfortunately, or perhaps not, depending on who you ask, this prehistoric dolphin eventually disappeared from the fossil records. This left a power vacuum within its habitat, subsequently filled by squalodon, and later by macro-rorqual sperm whales and orcas. Currently, no one knows for certain what happened to NyoRZ. It's possible that it evolved into something else, or it may have simply been outcompeted. Climate change and shifting sea levels have also been loosely cited as potential factors. Regardless, we should probably just be thankful that people can swim at beaches without the fear of encountering giant dolphins with spear-like teeth. However, South Carolina wasn't the only place where NyoRZ once roamed. Through the dolphin's magical journey of discovery, we have realized the diversity and amazing power of life under the ocean. Even though the NyoRZ has disappeared from the bay, this journey continues. Continue to explore and respect the beauty of the undersea world. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.